Ignorance of the law is no excuse. Yes, that is the truth. And the same thing is applicable to medications.
Let's have it. Let's have it.
You are taking medication and you do not know what you are taking. No, that is practically wrong. I share what I witness in practice. And why I do this is so that a lot of people out there could learn and equally unlearn what they might have known that wasn't right.
Continue.
There's what we call right of drug administration. That I owe you the right medication, the right dose, via the right route, and ensure that that medication is good for you. I owe you certain things to do them right. I equally owe you that explanation to let you know the medication you are taking. And of course, you too, you owe yourself that responsibility of always requesting to know as a patient at any point in time you are being given medications. You are at liberty. It is your right to know.
Please wait. I want to understand what's going on.
That's what we call right of patients to know. You should know the medication you are taking.
Let's have it. Let's have it.
It sounds funny that perhaps you were treated somewhere of a particular condition, and because there was treatment failure, either because you did not take the medication well or you did not take the right medication, however it might have been, but there was treatment failure. You now decide to either change the place you bought that medication to somewhere else or even get to the hospital. And they're now asking you, what medication were you taking? And you say, I don't know. I didn't check. All those, no, 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 no. Practically wrong. Which means you went to a pharmacy, got a medication, and you did not know what you were taking. You have the right to ask because it is your right to know the medications you are taking. It is your right to know the possible side effects those medications may actually come up with. It is your right to know the possible interactions. Those are your rights to know. You don't just get medication and leave. Know the medication you are taking. Know the possible side effects. Know the interaction. There are certain things you ought to know about that medication. And once this happens, once you ask this question and once the person attending to you give you this information, you know one good thing? It aids adherence. It aids compliance. You feel comfortable taking that medication. For instance, if you are being given a particular medication that once you take, I don't want to mention the name of medication here, but once you take that medication, your urine color changes. And you were not told that you are going to experience changes in your urine color. You know what happened? By the time you notice that your urine color has changed, you begin to be in fear. You begin to panic. And that will certainly lead to you discontinuing that medication. Before you now get to the pharmacy for them to tell you, oh, that is how it ought to be. When you take that medication, you might have already discontinued that medication because of fear. So you should ask appropriate questions. Demand to know certain things about the medication you're taking. It is your right.
Want to talk to me direct. Don't go through the con.
Do you know that it is not only a married man who likes a woman that is not married just because they want to have an affair with that woman that will not make heaven? Even the person that introduced Bishop Ampiclos as contraceptive pill is not going to make heaven also because Bishop Ampiclos has no contraceptive effect. I know some people will still argue because they've been using it. That is not the reason I'm here. This misconception has gone viral. And now let me tell you the dangers. Once you take Ampiclos as contraceptive, remember a lot of people will take one capsule or two capsules. It will lead to what we call antibiotic resistance, specifically Ampiclos resistance in your body. So when you have need to take Ampiclos, your body has already formed resistance to Ampiclos. Once your body forms resistance to Ampiclos, and you have need to take Ampiclos, you will take Ampiclos and take Ampiclos, you will not have effect because you actually abuse it anytime you have unprotected affairs with a man. Another thing is, it will equally lead to unwanted pregnancy. Yes, because you've taken two capsules and you believe you are fine. Before you realize you are pregnant. And when this happens, the next thing that comes into your mind is terminating the pregnancy, which is totally wrong and unacceptable. Yes, my people, Bicham and Picloss is not an oral contraceptive, period.